You're charged with a third-degree felony offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle. And how do you plead to that charge? Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Lewis? Speak up. Because let me tell you something. I bet you're not talking that low when you're acting up like all these jail incident reports tell me. When you're calling names and you're acting a fool out at the jail. So use your big boy voice and answer my questions, just like you do when you're acting nonsense to those correctional officers out there. Because I bet you're not whispering to them, are you? Are you? Okay, because how you act at the jail, how you act right now, all determines whether I even go along with this plea agreement. I don't have to. You're on a probation. I don't have to take plea agreements on any probations. So you better be careful with your faces and your words and your attitude, because I've read all of these and I already don't have a good feeling. All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of that plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 5 years in the Institutional Division of the Texas Department of Corrections. Now, in cause number 21-37857.
Your Honor, it's a second amended. Just in the interest of economy, I would suggest we go forward on counts 1, 2, and 13. 13 being the offense he's already pled to.
So I have a second amended motion to revoke your community supervision. So you're on probation. We've got a probation for an evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle. 2 more evading arrest or detention?
The second evading is a misdemeanor enhanced to a state jail.
So this shows that you were placed on probation August 29th of 2022 for evading with a vehicle, and that was a 10-year sentence in prison that was probated for 5 years. Count 1 alleges that you failed to report as directed to the probation department on October 2nd of 2024, and is that true or not true?
True.
Count 2 alleges that you failed to work faithfully at suitable employment and provide verification of that, and is that true or not true?
True.
And then count 13 alleges that you were arrested for the offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle February 26th of 2025, and is that true or not true?
True.
What I'm looking at, just so that you know, I want the allegation of his behavior to probation, one of the allegations. So I want to see a little more about that. That coupled with what's been going on in our jail may or may not affect my same thing. It's the same thing. You did the same thing to your probation officer that you're doing in the jail. Do you really think that your probation officer is going to go on a date with you? Do you really think that a correctional officer is going to go, yeah, when you get out of jail, you're the guy I want to date? You got in trouble for saying and talking like that to your probation officer, and now you're doing it when you're in jail. Curse loudly about the work you had to do for your community service, calling it slavery. You think community service is slavery? Do you think that?
No.
It's the same, I'm not taking 5 on the MTRP. I've already taken 5 on the other. Y'all can renegotiate or you can let me do it. So I'll hold everything right now. Y'all go visit some more, but that's the same behavior. We're not gonna reward that. All right, y'all go visit. I'll hold it instead of resetting it. I'll keep this paperwork, but I can make a modification if you come up with something different, but I'm not going to do that. All right, so we are back on the record. There was an agreement for 5 years in the institutional division, which I said I would not accept. Have you guys had an opportunity to visit?
We have, Judge.
And what is the
The new agreement is 8 years TDC.
all right, I'll take that.